All right, so I think today we're going to be making a tier list. Super original video. I know, I'm like the first one to ever do this. There's a myriad of people who have made tier lists ever. I'm the very first one. First one to do it. And we're going to be even more original because it's going to involve Guilty Gear Strive, and we're batting 3 for 3 here because it is going to be a design tier list. Yeah, you heard that right. Just don't not ripping off anybody. All right, just shut up. Don't even start with this shit. We're gonna start with A's. We're gonna go alphabetically. We're gonna be cool and go alphabetic. So we're starting with Anji here, and Anji, he's got a very cool design. Let's take a look at this guy, because let's take a look at this asshole. Because before he was just like, hey, let me just put on a Shrine Maiden outfit that's in blue and white, right? He had a super basic design in the previous games. I'll pop one up on the screen so you can see. And while I like the original Anji design, this one I think is just better. There's the whole butterfly motif going on with him, which is, his thing. He's got his giant fuck off fans going on. Overall, he's just got a good design. He's got belt buckles, which is an Arc System Works staple. He's got them here for no reason. And his design is definitely a lot better than it has been in previous games. So Anji, wherever he's at, is firmly in A. That's just how we're going to do it. We're just going to shotgun rapid fire around this shit. Let's go. Today's tragedy, remedy of tomorrow. Okay. Daisuke really loves just putting English shit. Just put the English language wherever he wants on these characters. But Axel, I dig what's going on upstairs, but I don't dig what's going on downstairs. It's like he got all this. He's got like this British rocker vibe going on. He's got the Axl Rose, bandana. He's got the hair, right? He's the staple Axl right now. He's got his sickles, and then he's got like what is this called? I had the name. He's got this pattern going on, which is fine. He's got a bunch of useless zippers going on. This is like Guilty Gear, right? Where you got a bunch of just shit randomly thrown on the character that just looks cool, and it's fine up here. But then it's like these are just weird sort of baggy pants. I'm not super digging this. I like the British flag belt buckle, but I also don't like Exert's design because he had jorts, and if you ever wear jorts, you don't deserve to have a functioning brainstem subscription, is what I'm trying to say. I definitely like the original, not the original Axel. Hold on, not Guilty Gear 1. Guilty Gear X and XX Axel, not the very first Axel, second Axel. I dig second Axel a lot more. So Axel is going to be just like, I'll put him as the very first bottom tier design. I don't really like Axel's look in this game. This is honestly a fucking great design. I love the big, stupid ceremonial rope garb that he's got going around his down here on his waist. He's got buckles all over the place. Like he's got them on his weird sandals, on his on this shit. He's got them up here on his collar. They're hanging off of his, little pop-up collar. His secondary pop-up collar. It's around his abs. It's on a belt. This is a good design. I dig it. This one I really like. He got super fucking buff, by the way. This is what a heroin drug addict is supposed to look like after he becomes president of his own country. If you didn't know that, yes, Chip used to be a drug addict and then he became a ninja. I love the hair. The hair is almost like this whole, it's like Ragna's hair where you don't know exactly how it's supposed to go, right? And yeah, he's just super buff, dude. He got super big. He got all muscular. That's another thing. The same thing with Anji. A lot of these guys get super buff in this game, and it's nuts. Like, all of them hit the gym. All of them listen to Souls to fucking Find Your One Way. They hit the gym listening to workout metal. So this one is actually going to be, even though I don't play Chip, he's just firmly like up there. I do like that design. It keeps pretty much what makes Chip Chip. And he's still got sort of a Billy Idol, look going on. but they added more, I guess, traditional Japanese stuff to it. You know, like I said, this giant, I forget what it's called, but it's the giant rope, the knot. I forget what it's called. Somebody will correct me. It's like 8 in the morning. Give me a break. I just woke up. I just woke up, had a shower, and decided to do a tier list video. Now, Faust went from being a really goofy doctor character with a bag on his head to this Silent Hill monstrosity. And this is actually pretty damn cool, all things considered. He's got like weird patches, like he's done some patch jobs on him, right? He's got like skin patches on him that he's got stapled. He's got just some cool ass stuff. He's got his name right there. He's got some, he's got scrubs. Like he's never had that before. He's just had like a traditional suit on and shit. And he's got a stethoscope. He's got his scalpel. The Watson concoction needle down here. If you're not a Hololive fan, you're not going to understand that joke. Good doctor, got that smiley face going on. It's goofy, but it's also creepy at the same time, which I really do like. And he has this. This is cool too. Just Daisuke took Exerd and Strive and used it as an excuse to just fucking throw whatever he wanted on the characters, like any kind of writing. He was just like, let's slap it on there. Let's just slap some writing on that bitch. And they ain't gonna look. We didn't give him a model mode in Strive to go digging around and see what he's got. Merry Heart. Like, he's got just random shit written on him, and we're probably never gonna know what's all written on these character models, and there's no point in looking, right? Unless you're like me and you did a reference video a few days ago and you found out that this is a Korean metal band. But yeah, overall I do like the whole creepy doctor look. It's giving me like Silent Hill nurse vibes, and he's very creepy in the game. I like it. It's very weird. He's like goofy, but he's still kind of creepy, right? And yeah, this one is another really good design. I'm going to put that right next to Anji. That one's a definite A for me. So let's go on to the next character, which is Giovanna. And Giovanna is a fucking ace character design, all right? Look at this. Look at this gal. Look at how fucking good she looks. She's got the dog from Tekken Tag Tournament. She's got, Unknown's dog. She's got the whole King of Fighters Vanessa vibe going on. Right? She's got like the same hair. She's got like the secret agent cop going on. She's got a lot going on in the trunk. She's got some cool ass shoes too, by the way. You can't see them, but there's like dog prints on the soles of the shoe. And then you got this cool cross design on them. I love when Daisuke uses this cross. But look at this. Her silhouette is so good. And then to top it all off, she has like these big baggy pants. Right? Got her badge. She has her, she's unbuttoned up at the top here. We got a weird design going on. I still don't understand what this is. It's like recycling hearts. I don't know. But overall, this is such a fucking good design. She stands out really well in the game. She has a fantastic silhouette. And her design is just really good. Honestly, a lot of it is because it is a King of Fighters-esque design, but it's like Guilty Gear's take on King of Fighters, and that's just super good to me. This one is like definitely one of the best designs in the game. I'm putting it right up there in S. It's such a good design. I love it. Goldlewis. This absolute unit has to be an S. Look at this fucking man. Look at how just... Look at this guy. Area 51 coffin, big ass fuck you bull skull as a belt buckle. And then he's got another like cow skull on his tie. He has horseshoes on his gloves, right? Big beard, big mustache. He's got big hair. This man is just perfect. This is one of the best big boy character designs I've ever seen. And especially The coffin looks sick too. Like there's a bunch of scars and battle on it. Yeah, no, this is definitely one of those really, really good designs. And I love just how it looks. Overall, like I don't even need to spend that much time on Goldlewis. Goldlewis is just a solid S, right? Like I can't give him anything less than an S. He's just perfect. Yeah, ever since they showed him off in the story mode, just that's it. That's the design. That's what they went with. He has chaps going on, right? Like he's a cowboy. Like, yeah, no. Cowboy aesthetic, Area 51. Can't beat it. Also, his glasses are cool. It's got like, he has like this, is this supposed to be, like, his song is called Kiss of Death, and he's got lips on this, which is where he summons the fucking Hammer of Dawn. Is this the Kiss of Death? Is that what that's referencing? Did I crack the code, Daisuke? Did I figure out what you're smoking? Can I have some? I-No's next. And I-No is an amazing design, but I'm a little contended on this one because Daisuke had pretty much a perfect I-No design in XX and then in Strive, because XX and Strive aren't much different from each other. They're fairly similar, just a little more elaboration in Exerd. And people were saying that from Exerd to Strive, I-No got an upgrade. I think they're on level playing ground. Just because Exerd and before was supposed to be like the 80s rocker chick look, which I absolutely love. And if you don't know what I mean, I'm talking about like, maybe I'll just show it up on screen. I'll just throw out just a bunch of 80s like Lita Ford, Vixen. There's a bunch of them that have that sort of same look where it's like this leather spandex, you know, she doesn't have the big hair, but there was also people who had the same kind of, what is this called? Bob cut. Yeah, there's a lot of people who had similar looks to I-No. And in this one, it's a completely different kind of rocker chick look. And I absolutely love this look too. You have the giant oversized, Harry Potter hat. The jacket's great. People were complaining about how she decided to finally cover up. But honestly, that helps with the color separation. It looks great. And then they took, they added more to her lower half, because before she was just wearing the mini skirt and then she had her thigh high boots, and now they added this kind of bigger skirt thing going on. They added a giant fuck you buckle to it, and overall this is great. They gave her glasses, and that color green, the surf teal looking green, contrasts that red really well, and it's great to have that color separation up here as well as down here. Also, the reason why she's going to be an S is because she has the smartest designed guitar I've ever seen, and Daisuke knows it. One, this thing is a bolt-on guitar. If you don't know what bolt-on is the best type of neck joint that you can ever have on a guitar. Don't fight me on this. I will win. And then not only is she using a Bigsby, which usually is an out-of-tune piece of crap bridge, she decided to lock it down with a Floyd locking nut, which means that this thing is pretty much going to stay in tune. There isn't a lot of angle breakage here. This is only applying to guitar players, by the way. You can skip this part. But there isn't a break. There isn't any like break angles up here. Not really, at least. So overall, it's the smartest designed guitar that I've ever seen. And that alone makes it an S for me, because it shows that Daisuke knows. Daisuke knows that a lot of the things that you get with Gibson type guitars just suck. And he fixed those in I-No's design. He just throws shit on here that you're never going to be able to read. Like, I bet you we could read this if we actually went and had a model view, or figure deal, like we did in Exerd. Marlene, that's the name of her guitar. That's cool. What does the hat say? It never looked voluptuous. At least that's what it looks like. Kai is, again, like Axel, where I dig what's going on upstairs, but I really don't like what's going on in the bottom half. So if I were to just show you this half, this looks great. We've got nice black shirt. We got his coat. It's supposed to be kind of like his kingly coat that he used to wear in Exerd and Overture, and now he's wearing it like a cape, right? He's got buckles on there. He has like a so that's just part of like a jumpsuit type deal. Whatever. His collar and coat, or he has his pop collar on his undershirt. It's got good color separation and all that. And I really dig what's going on up here. It's when you get down here that I don't understand. Why is his pants the same color? Why are his pants the same color as his shirt? He looks like he's wearing a jumpsuit. And honestly, I don't understand that. Because to me, there's bad color separation from in this part, because the shoes have virtually the same color as the pants. You have this little belt here that holds his weapon, and his weapon looks great. I love his weapon, right? Weapon looks good. But I don't understand the jumpsuit look. He looks like, to me, a discounted Rock Howard. He looks like dollar store Rock Howard with this outfit. And while this isn't a terrible design, I just don't think it's a good Kai design. I don't like how it looks for Kai. So honestly, for me, this one is like C at best. All right. So it's not as bad as Axel's, but it's just, I can't get over this. If you inverted the colors here, if you had white with black stripes, it could be black stripes going down the side, and then you left the blue crosses, then, that would work a little bit better for me. Like black stripes that go down the side of the leg, then that would feel a little bit better to me. It would be more it'd be more like his older designs where he had white pants, right? That would work better for me. I would honestly like that a lot more, because once you see it, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee this jumpsuit ass looking, design that he has down here. So I really just don't dig it. And then Leo. Leo is another character whose design I really just don't like. So again, upstairs is cool. The one thing I don't like is I really don't like how they took his hair. He had this giant fuck you lion mane going on, and they took it away and they put it on his coat, basically. But like this, if you look at this half has a lot going on, and it's really good. I love how the coat looks. I love his undershirts that he's got going on. He's got a vest and he's got an undershirt, and it's got all the buckles and these little, metal buttons and zippers and whatnot going on. His weapons haven't really changed. It looks great. I just don't dig the hair change. But then we get down here and it's like business it's like party up on top, khakis on the bottom. It's combat khakis. It's combat khakis and then like dress shoes. And it's like they didn't know what to do with the bottom half. And so they just stuck khakis on there, gave them some pockets, and they gave up on this last half. After the belt buckle, it's just khakis. They had kept it more in line with this kind of style again, then it would have been great. If they would have had some more buckles going on, if there was some more of like these little metal buttons going on, down the sides, again, if they were going down the side, maybe you could keep the color, but put some more brown accents, some more belt buckles. The belt buckles could have been the brown accents. Some more buckles like this right here could have been on the thigh, as well as maybe down on the calf. There could have been some more things that you did. Maybe tuck it into the boots and have the boots like Exerd's old boots. Maybe redesign it a slight bit. But yeah, no, it just doesn't work for me in this bottom half. I'm gonna say is not as bad. So I'm gonna put it at B. It's better than Kai's, but it's still like middle of the road. I still don't really like it very much. May's design is perfect. This is an excellent redesign. This is how you redesign a returning character, honestly. Like Mei went from being an overly like anime young girl, pirate, she looks like a pirate, but they gave her this big sweater that still keeps the Mei look, how she's primarily this orange color. She has the same skull and crossbones on her hat. It's a big oversized, hat. The anchor is still the same. She has spats going on down here, which is always great when you put it on a character. That's the way you get me to like a character. You do it like with Chie and shit. Her shoes are still these overly big things that squeak. They didn't do too much other than change the sweater look, and it's great. There isn't too much to say other than they did some great. I love the striping on the ends of the sleeves as well as the bottom. We have like this little stitching. Again, we got some belt buckle stuff going on with the backpack. Overall, this is just a really good design. Yeah, that one's going up an S. Milia looks great, but I like Exerd Milia more. Now, I just like Exerd Milia more, and the reason being is that there's a lot more color on her. In this design, she has the orange from Exerd. They kept the license plate, Russian hat thing, and they kept the whole, curiosity killed the cat and all that. But I just don't like the coat. Like they took a Russian woman and they just stuck a Russian coat on her. It's like not super interesting. If they had kept the old coat from Exerd and did a little modification to it, then it would have been great. But honestly, I like down here. Down here is fine. The leggings and then the boots going on. The scarf looks great because we still have to keep some of the orange from her Exerd design. But overall, I don't like if you had made this top more orange and then had the brown separation and then, because there's highlights of orange, but I think orange suits her design better than just tan, right? Than this like tannish brown. Overall, it's kind of like in the same camp as Leo, where it's okay, but it's nothing terribly amazing. So I'm putting it next to Leo. But definitely there could have been some more done to this character. Nagoriyuki is honestly an amazing design. Now, some people, I don't know, might not like it, but I love how Nagoriyuki looks because he's supposed to look like a traditional samurai, right? He's got the lower, it's almost supposed to be like a hakama kind of skirt looking thing. He's supposed to look like a traditional Japanese, samurai. But if you look at the top here, he's got a rocker leather jacket going on. It's got the studs in it. It's got buckles and all this. He's combining like these two aesthetics that work really well. So his whole this is supposed to be one big ass jacket, and it looks like this also kind of continues on the aesthetic of the jacket where he's got buckles and he's got these spikes going on. He's got like these weird boot sandal things going on. And then you got some really cool color combinations. So you got purple and you got orange. So you got what is that? The Lakers? Lakers colors, right? I'm not a basketball guy. But overall, I love how it looks just because it blends two styles really well, which is the rock leather jacket wearing crowd and then the traditional kind of samurai looking garb. But then it just has all these little embellishments and things that are just added for flavor. So you got, again, buckles and belts galore. This is just genuinely a really good design, and I really like how Nagoriyuki looks. So this one is actually another S. I just love how they managed to blend both of these styles together really well. I love how the undercoat or the inside of the coat is purple, and then we've got orange here, and we've got white as a primary, and then that contrast with the black hair and the dark colored skin. There's a lot of contrast going on. There's a lot of color separation. It's really good. So this works really damn well, and I like it. You can't improve on perfection. This is exactly his Exerd design, just with, I think, maybe a little bit more embellishment on certain parts, but They didn't redesign Potemkin because you didn't need to redesign Potemkin. You can't really redesign Potemkin. He was perfect in Exerd. He looks different from his original design. And he's perfect now. So, because you can't improve perfection, that's an S. Ramlethal's is again another design that is amazing. The only thing is that they got rid of the underboob, which I know upsets a lot of people. But I love this whole commander naval aesthetic that she's got going on. Because she's got the big, they took the big bunny ears that she had on her hat and made them more cat-like. So I really like how the new hat looks. Again, using this cool little cross design. It's got the naval commander hat, and unlike Ed's naval hat in Street Fighter V, it isn't stupidly tilted off to the side, right? Or it doesn't have the cap tilted to the side on the... What is that design? Not going to go into it. But I do love the overcoat. This big-ass overcoat is keeping kind of what she had originally with the spikes and everything, but it's redesigned slightly. You know, the bandage thing that she got from Exerd because she got reincarnated or whatever is also great because it kind of separates out instead of just being, you know, the same exposed leg or exposed arm. She actually has something that separates the arms and the legs. And I dig that. Her swords look good. Not much to say on that. The swords look great. That one's also getting put up there. That one's getting up there, and we're down to, was it 2 more characters? Yep. I really don't care for Soul's Exerd and Soul's new design, because Soul has just been suffering from King of Fighters 13 onward, like King of Fighters 13 Terry syndrome, where he just needs to get unimaginably buff. And I don't know if I really like that. And also, he's covered up a lot more as the games have gone on from Exerd to Strive. And like the bottom here looks great. This is the opposite of Kai and Leo, where the bottom looks great. This is like traditional Soul. We've got free. We've got the little weird loincloth thing going on. But the pants are great. It's got this big belt buckle on the side. We got his shoes, which look great. His weapon looks fantastic. I love this motif of his little cloth that he holds the sword by, looking like a lit cigarette. And if you didn't know, his weapon was great in the last game too, because it looked like a lighter. And this is great. The gloves look good. They look like traditional, you know, the traditional Soul gloves. It's up here that I don't really get it. I think this should have been sleeveless, in all honesty. Because one of the things I like about the original Soul is that he doesn't have sleeves. He shows off his arms, and he wasn't overly muscular. So he had a lot of muscle, but it wasn't huge and bulging like Terry's. So I don't know. It's the top half for me kind of kills it. Also, the black undershirt is fine. I would have preferred if it was a little bit more skin tight, kind of look to make it more in line with the original XX version. But this one is, again, just serviceable. I just don't like how Soul has been getting overly buff each game. It just doesn't work for me. I like Soul back when he was in XX, and Exerd Soul was all right. I think it was like a perfect middle ground, but I think it goes a little bit too much with Strive Soul. So it's mid-tier. It's just whatever to me. I just don't really dig it. And then Zato. Zato didn't really change much other than getting more buff and, you know, a little bit more embellishment on some of the stuff here. But overall, Zato's always had a great design. He's like a weird JoJo's looking character. It's great. I love it. And there isn't much to talk about here. Eddie's design, however, is the big improvement and is like the thing that I really like the most about Zato's redesign, because Zato 1 already looks good. You don't really need to improve this design much more, other than, you know, some of the slight stuff that they added, like some of the belt buckles and, you know, some of the slight little additions to it. Overall, he's the same. He's just more buff, like pretty much every male character in this game except Faust. He's just got more buff, and he's fine, right? This just looks good. His silhouette looks great. Eddie looks great. He looks like this creepy horror creature like he's supposed to look. He's got these weird spiral fire crazy looking eyes and his creepy looking teeth. And this whole design is why it gets an S, right? It'd be pretty much an A if Eddie stayed the same, but the redesign for Eddie was really good. And yeah, no, he deserves to be up there in S. So this is what I have for the tier list. And yeah, I don't know what purpose this served other than for me just outing my biases on who I think looks good and who I think needs to improve, or who I think should have had some improvements done. So yeah, these are the top tier designs, which is like half the roster. Actually, is it half the roster? A little over half the roster. And the rest of these characters that are, we went through it in a whole video. You guys have watched the whole thing by now. But this is the tier list. Feel free to put what your tier lists are. I know that this is going to spark a massive debate, because tier lists always do that. But you know what? At least it isn't a Justin Wong tier list. All right. That's it for the video. Like it if you did. Dislike it if you didn't. And you know what? Share the video around, do all that. Go on Patreon. This is up early on Patreon for people who give as little as $1 each month. You guys get it you guys get it the day before. I can't talk. It's very early. But yeah, you get it the day before. There's Teespring. We got some shirts. We got the Twitch. We got all that stuff. All right. You guys can go and check all that out. But yeah, with that, thank you all for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, whatever it may be. So take care, everybody. Peace. God, everybody's going to hate my tier list opinions. I just know it. Everybody was upset with my Tekken ones. But yeah, with that, I'm just going to play us out.
Your suffering is over. Congratulations.